During the Filthy Frank era, George Miller was in the mindset of wanting to switch different industries from comedy to a musician. By expressing this interest in another platform, he posted a lot of content under his newfound name George Miller on SoundCloud and later on as Joji, where he would either post completed songs, covers or instrumentals he has created. During this era, he was still prioritizing Filthy Frank over his musical side as he still was investing time into his YouTube persona.
My dick gets bigger, cause I'm a crazy.
Then went on a different track and gradually moved to becoming a musical artist. The reason for this is because he started having stress-induced seizures. Ironically, he had used to make fun of this on YouTube. He also mentioned of stressing, of posting videos and feeling clouds of depression by thinking this is the last thing he is going to do. However, luckily within this time, he posted 2 tracks called Thumb and You Suck Charlie. These were dated back to 2015 and on the cover art showed a name Chloe Burbank Volume 1, which surely seemed like a passion project than anything else, as he had a bigger audience retention elsewhere, which was YouTube. Later, he decided to post more music on his SoundCloud, such as covers like Foy with a Biggie Smalls a cappella on his own lo-fi made beat, or even music from his In Toungues deluxe EP like World Star Money. As the path transitioned, he went from Filthy Frank to Joji. He slowly ditched the cover art of Chloe Burbank and decided to make rest of the songs as singles, leaving the name of the volume unknown after 2015. 2017 came around, and he released his popular long-awaited EP In Toungues, where he would officially change platform and decided to do something new. But we still haven't heard a word of the volume Chloe Burbank. Pre-In Toungues, Joji still went on to a few interviews during the time to discuss YouTube music and overall personality, and there is one interview in particular which caught my eye, which maybe indicated why he didn't elaborate on the volume. The interview was shortly before his debut EP as an artist and reformed Joji, and it was by the YouTube channel Pigeons and Planes. Joji was asked a question about his musical debut. Amid the rumours that he was going to release one, Joji finally spoke about it.
It's important to me. I mean, obviously, yeah, I started. Some of them are songs that I had a long time ago that were never intended to be released, and then I just worked on them.
This is the first potential piece of evidence on why we will not see the light of day of the official release of Chloe Burbank. He mentioned some of the work on the album of EP or In Toungues is dated back a few years ago. During this interview, which was in 2017, he is mentioning songs such as World Star Money, Plastic Taste, and other songs sounding from back then like Bitter Fuck.
And then I just worked on them a little more. A lot of them are a new sound that I've moved on to. When I say new sound, like it's still the same textural stuff that you were talking about, but it's a little more advanced.
During this part, I was thinking about the slight improvements in the LP, and this is the reason why. Some of the songs have been remastered, such as I've mentioned before, and an artistic change was also there. Songs such as Bitter Fuck is not necessarily his sound now. When he does the acapellas, it is slightly different now to what he does on the rest of the album, or the EP, sorry. You can tell songs like Will He, Demons, or maybe even Pills were songs post Chloe Burbank, because you can see his improvements through his instrumentals and his a cappella and overall pace of the song.
It was originally going to be an album, but because there were some internal problems in general, that if we were to put out an album, it would have to come out next year. And I didn't want that.
And to put it to peace, he finally mentions that he was going to release an album but had too many issues. During this time, Joji tweeted out saying, "I'd like to thank dumb 2012 Joji who gave up on past projects because I get to dig through them now and make them better." And then he says, "And then 2020 Joji is going to fix them shit. I'm too dumb right now, so please, if you're not dead, please." Oh, that is broken, I'm so sorry. Implying anyway that, Chloe Burbank Volume 1, EP, LP, album, whatever you want to call it, as that all of them are broken, and he mentions it in this interview, which all correlates one and one together, making it sound very evident that he's talking about Chloe Burbank. All in all, the interview is overall pretty good. It shows his early stages to what he is today. The link will be in the description of the podcast uncut if you want to see it. If we're going to theorise about his silence on Chloe Burbank Volume 1, is that he had a bunch of unfinished sounds and instrumentals, and due to technical issues he couldn't finish them, and alongside that he had to manage his YouTube channel too, making him leave his passion project behind for the greater good. When all this happened, he signed up to 88 Rising, and that helped him escape doing YouTube for longer, making him break his character and pursue to making In Toungues, pretty much a more remastered version of Chloe Burbank but with less content, until his deluxe album, which actually has some of the Chloe Burbank, but we won't talk about that. This could be for the greater good because he actually escalated as becoming an artist by releasing Ballads 1 and now the new upcoming album in 2020 of July called Nectar. Now that being said, if you go on Album of the Year website, there is an LP called Lost Instrumentals. This is probably correlating something to Chloe Burbank as well, with instrumentals that he didn't finish and is posted up on Reddit or something like that. And this is all probably between post Chloe Burbank and pre In Toungues, as some of the instrumentals are a bit more interested and more exaggerated to the sound that he is today. Judging by the leaks on his SoundCloud, Chloe Burbank Volume 1 seemed to be pretty solid, but slowly turned into singles such as XXX with that insane drop and the beautiful female a cappella in the background, and Bejisu with Shamama, I feel like I butchered that, I'm so sorry, Unsaved Info, and the official releases of the unreleased volumes Vom and You Suck Charlie. If you want a fan-made album, I downloaded this album with 18 songs, which will be in the description below, but they are mostly consist of instrumentals, Pink Guy, rejected songs, or covers. If I was going to make one, it would be like this.
My dick gets bigger, cause I'm a crazy.
A lot of them are a new sound that I've moved on to.
For the final answer, I do not necessarily know why he did not continue to finish what he started, but he did give concrete evidence in his interviews to why he didn't and wanted to go to a different route. He did mention his mindset and his taste changes, so his album EP thought process probably was the same. Now in consideration, George Miller did come from a massive YouTube presence, such as Filthy Frank with videos like Hair Cake, and also his Chin Chin and Pink Guy fan lore throughout his years on YouTube. He also did transition into a great artist with massive potential in the future, and have nothing just to thank. Although he has been really quiet on Chloe Burbank, he did mention a lot on why he didn't make it very subtly, and I do have to respect that than just making it complete radio silent. But other than that, I'm just gonna wait for my Joji spoon to arrive, wait for Nectar, and play some Animal Crossing. So yeah, that's all. Hopefully everyone takes care and you have a great day. Peace.
Don't rain on me.